Hey there, today I'm going to show you some prospecting tricks. If you're wanting to take a more account-based approach, and what I mean when I say that is you're looking for prospects, but not necessarily by information about the prospect themselves, but more so about certain details on that prospect's company. And that's kind of called account-based sales. You're targeting an account first, and then you're finding a prospect that's within that account or those list of accounts, rather than a list of people who are the right people because they're in this industry and whatever. So that's what I'm going to go over. And this is a portion of LinkedIn Sales Navigator that is really powerful. And a lot of people, I find that we talk to, some of our customers aren't aware of this side to Sales Nav. So I want to touch on this and how to use this, very effectively, and still be efficient. One of the trade-offs that you kind of make when you make the decision to take a more account-based approach is that it's going to be a lot slower. But I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that it really isn't much slower at all, actually. So we're starting off here. So homepage of LinkedIn Sales Nav. What you're going to do is hit this button up here, and you can do account filters. We're going to want more filters, so we're just going to hit the all filters button to the right of the search at the top, and then tab over here to account filters. This is now going to search for companies, right? Those are called accounts in Sales Nav, and the filters that you apply here are all related to the company, not the prospects within them. So there's a lot in here, but I'm going to touch on kind of what's unique, because a lot of these you can already filter for in the lead search. So here's what's not there. Keywords. You can search up keywords that are specific to the company. So I might want to look up largest. And this is where companies add that in their description. Malaysia's largest in-campus job fair. Somewhere in here it says largest. The point is, you can break this down. So let's say B2B. So you're going to get companies that have B2B in their descriptions or names or whatever. So that's can be useful. Some ways that you can use that are if you target very, very specific things within an industry that might be in their company description of what they do, then that's a good place to do it. Maybe like restaurant or something like that. Geography, it's based on the company headquarters, so this might be interesting to use, but most likely not. I'm going to skip over again stuff that you can already do on the lead filter side and just touch on things that are different. So here's where it starts to get more different. Department headcount. So I can actually put in, if I sell an HR product, I might want HR teams of at least 5 people to get big enough companies. And this is a really nice way of doing it. So I've got now companies that have HR teams of more than 5. Really, really useful. For us, our company started off as a sales as a service sort of agency. So we were looking for companies that had pretty much 1 to 2 sales reps was like our dream size. And you can now see some of those companies. So these are obviously going to be smaller companies, but that is all LinkedIn data that you can get. Department headcount growth can be interesting if you're looking for high growth companies. Probably not used as much, but you can look to see percentage of headcount growth at certain companies. Recruiters might use this because they're looking for teams that are, let's say you specialize in placing salespeople, and you can utilize this filter to find companies that have sales teams that are going super quick. Annual revenue. This is obviously better for public companies. Like, they don't have data on tiny companies, but if you've got a specific revenue you're targeting, you can put that in there and add it and search based on that. Company headcount growth, another one that could be relevant if you're looking for high growth companies. That's something you can utilize there. Fortune, that's available already in the search. Number of followers that the company has on LinkedIn. Job interviews, if they're job opportunities, if they're hiring or not. And a big one here is technologies used. They don't have everything, obviously. They're not. This isn't LinkedIn specialty per se, but they have a lot of good data. So if you have a HubSpot competitor, you can see they've got 39,000 companies that use HubSpot. So this is definitely. Let's look at some smaller companies. They've even got data on some smaller companies, 11 to 50. So if your software, let's say, integrates with HubSpot, you might want to mention that you utilize HubSpot when you reach out to these companies. So those are some different filters, and that's how you get to them. But the key is now, how do we do this quickly? Because if I'm like, okay, these are a good list of targets, headcount 11 to 50, they use HubSpot, I want to reach out to these companies. What most people will do at this point is open this guy up. Okay, 108 employees. I sell to the sales team. I'm looking for someone high up in sales. Perfect. VP, head of sales. Let's save her to a lead list. So that's what most people will do, and then close off here. Next company, Certaprof. There's a much better way of doing it, and I'm going to show you now. So what we're going to do is instead hit the select all button if these are all relevant to us, and then we're going to save these to a list. This is pretty much exactly like a lead list, but you're saving the accounts. So you can create an account list, and let's call it HubSpot users 11 to 50 headcount. Okay, there you go. It just saved those 25 accounts. Unfortunately, we've got to go page by page here, but our list probably wouldn't be 11,000. We'd probably filter this down further, but we can just keep going, saving these. Okay, let's do one more page. Now I have 100 HubSpot users in our target headcount. So these should contain leads that are good to us. And let's say I still sell to sales leaders. Maybe I've got something that helps I do. I have Wizza, which might be actually a good fit for these people. So what I'm going to do is head back to this lead results tab, and I'm going to do a lead search now. And what you can do is apply your custom list. So this custom list here, make sure it's on accounts. And then here's our HubSpot users and headcount 11 to 50, those 100 companies. And now these are 8.5 thousand people at those companies. And now I can just apply a broader filter. So any title that might be relevant to me, Vice President of Sales, Director of Sales, and let's say these are good. Now I've got 58 within those companies. Perfect. I'd probably save a few more accounts to those, but that's fine. If I now want to export these people and start reaching out, this is where I would use our product, Wizza. I would hit export emails with Wizza. It would take me into my Wizza account. I would just name the list, sales leaders, HubSpot 11 to 50. I have a few options here. I can just scrape the people on their own. I can scrape and find their email addresses, all professional emails, all verified. Or I can do complete enrichment and get things like phone numbers and more info on my prospects. For now, I'll just scrape and find their business emails. We got 58 people. And we'll start our search. And this will run now. When it's done, we'll just download our list of emails, and this is what it'll look like. Big file like this with all our leads, integrates directly into our Salesforce that we use. So we actually don't even see the CSV, but if you don't use Salesforce or HubSpot or Outreach, then you can just upload this CRM to your upload this list, sorry, to your CRM. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the account search filters mixed with how to quickly be able to export your target leads within those companies. So I hope this has been helpful. If you do have any questions about anything lead generation or sales or about Wizza in general, just head over to www.wizza.co, wizza.co, and we've got a live chat there, and you can ask us anything. We're available to help. So yeah, we hope to speak to you soon, and thanks so much for watching.